Welcome back, Beamer fans. Welcome back to BeamerView. If this is your first time on BeamerView, what we do here is showcase every single BMW and all the latest ones. And if that's something that you're into, guys, please go and subscribe to the channel right now. So for this video, guys, we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I love about the brand new BMW iX and the other 5 things that let's just say, not so love about the BMW iX. So please make sure you guys stay tuned with the channel. Also, before we go ahead and get started, a quick little plug for Anchor. They do have really cool USB-C ports, and if you guys do have a BMW or one of the new cars, or if you have one on order, be sure to get one of these USB-C chargers for your phone, because it does charge your phone 3 times faster, and who doesn't like that? So definitely at the end of the video, make sure you guys check the link at the bottom of the video for this really cool USB-C cord. And without further ado, guys, let's go and get started. So guys, thing number 1 that I love about the BMW iX is obviously going to be this grille that we're looking at right here. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen a ton of other iX videos, and everybody's saying the same thing about this really cool feature with the grille. But it really is, guys, and if you guys didn't know, or if you just want a reminder on what this grille can do, not only is it equipped with all the latest sensors that BMW now has for the front of the vehicle, but the grille, if it gets a minor scratch on it, it can actually heal itself within 24 hours. As long as the vehicle is around room temperature. It's a really cool effect, and it's great for minor scratches. So that's one really cool thing that I love about the grille. I'm not too exactly sold on the design just yet, but I have a feeling that the rest of the BMW cars that are going to be coming out soon, just like the M3 and M4, they're all going to have that grille-like design too. And so now, guys, jumping into number 2 is going to be the one-pedal drive mode that BMW now also does, just like the Teslas. And if you guys don't know what that is basically a form of brake regeneration that the vehicle has the option to do. Now, if we're looking at this gear shifter or gear paddle, whatever you want to call it, on this left side here, if we're looking down at the column where it says start, stop, the gear shifter, reverse, neutral, you'll also see D/B right down there. And so the D obviously means drive mode, but if you want to enable the one pedal mode, where the car can just where whenever you take off your pedal from the gas, the car can bring itself down to a stop a lot more sooner. That B also stands for brake regeneration. And then so basically, if you guys don't know how this works, the Teslas, they have it too. But as soon as you let off the gas pedal, the vehicle starts to enable its brake regeneration mode, and then it just calmly comes to a stop. It's really great to use because then you don't have to keep switching from gas to brake, and just keep your pedal on the gas the whole time. They can control your car in a great way. Thing number 3 that I love about the BMW iX is going to be a quite simple one, actually, and I'm surprised that a lot of other car makers didn't come up with this, but I love the fact that this car has a proper phone holder. And not only does it hold your phone, but if you look through this little crack right down here, you can see the really cool USB-C ports that all the BMWs have. You can actually have your cord go from right below there straight to the top, connected to your phone, and it's a really ingenious design. And I'm glad that BMW has a proper phone holder now, because I don't know anybody who doesn't have a phone where they would need to put it. Right here, I'm showing the door handle on the right side there, if you just missed it. On the right side there's also a phone holder there too, which is actually great. So I'm really glad that BMW is keeping up with the modern times, knowing that everyone has phones now, and they have proper phone holders along the whole vehicle. Now, guys, reason number 4. This one, I don't know why I put this as reason number 4, but this one is actually my favorite feature that the new 2022 BMW iX has, and I'm sure that BMW is going to implement this to a lot more other BMWs as well too. And that's going to go down to the really cool augmented reality feature. Now, if you guys probably have no idea what that is, if you don't know what it is already, but whenever you're putting in a navigation address like I am doing right now within the screen, I'm actually navigating to Starbucks to go get a nice little vanilla chai latte. Shout out to Starbucks. But anyways, as soon as you put in the address, look at the screen now. I know it's a little bit blurry, but you can see a cool little gray arrow right there, and then you can also see the front camera going into activation, and you can see the arrow showing you which way to go. And then you can also see a smaller box arrow right above that vehicle showing which way you're going to turn as well too. If you guys haven't ever played Need for Speed Underground or whatever, it almost resembles the same thing. The arrow will actually change the way in whichever way you're supposed to go, and then the whole screen becomes super intuitive, letting you know when the turn's about to arrive, and things, the augmented reality arrows, they start to get bigger and smaller, and it's a really cool thing. I'm actually going to show it to you guys whenever I take this vehicle out for a test drive as well too. I'm actually going to strap a GoPro to my head, and not only am I going to give you guys my driving impressions, but I'll show you the augmented reality in action as well too. So definitely subscribe if you guys are looking forward to that video. Subscribe right down below. But yeah guys, augmented reality, super cool. Whenever you see it for the first time, it works great, I'm not gonna lie. And it's a really cool feature that I hope BMW does for every other vehicle going into the future. So what you guys just heard was a nice little example of the iconic sounds that was made by the famous Hans Zimmer. With the iconic sounds inside the BMW iX and the electric cars are all, they're all gonna have this. It's called iconic sounds. But basically, whenever you turn in on and off the vehicle, it'll make a cool little electric sound. But even more importantly, whenever you're getting on the gas, and depending on how hard or fast you're going, the iconic sound will also resemble a engine-like sound. And then the faster you go, the louder it sounds. And I'm glad that BMW did this, because I was trying to think to myself, how the heck is this thing gonna sound when I'm just going flat out, and then the only thing that I hear is just wind noise or whatever. To me, that would seem quite boring, which Teslas do not have the sound from what I know so far, but BMW does, and it does make the whole vehicle seem a lot more futuristic. And I'm really glad that Hans Zimmer did that. If you guys don't know who Hans Zimmer is, he's a really famous record producer, and he's been designing electric sounds for really big films such as Lion King and Star Trek, and also he has done over 150 films. So this guy is really good, and his work is also inside the BMWs now. So you can bet that whenever you hear this iconic sound in person, it sounds absolutely phenomenal. Switching gears to the 5 things that I not so love about the BMW iX. We're looking at it right here, guys. This rear window is actually all the way down. Yes, it's all the way down, and it's only halfway there. So I'm pretty sure that BMW did this because of wind sounds and the little fluttering sound you get whenever you're driving the vehicle. But this is the lowest that you can bring the rear window down. And to me, I'm kind of glad I'm not sitting back there, because that would be pretty annoying for myself. Like at this point, if the window is just halfway down, what's the point of even having the window able to go down? But I'm not a fan of the window. And then switching over to the window on the top, aka the sunroof, it's gonna have to, another thing I not so love is gonna be the sunroof. Now, it's a really cool feature, don't get me wrong. I was gonna put this as one of the things that I love about the vehicle, but after looking at it closely, whenever I defog or open, so to speak, the sunroof, the visibility is still not that great. I mean, it still seems a bit too foggy. If BMW was able to make this a lot more clear with a lot more visibility whenever I wanted to see the trees or the sky, I would actually love it a whole lot more. But the fact that, yeah, it's a really cool feature, you can't really see that much whenever you unfog the sunroof on top as well. Reason number 3, I'm playing with it right now, and it's gonna have to go to the key fob. Now, you're probably gonna be wondering what the hell is wrong with the key fob. Well, it's a really cool design, don't get me wrong, but the weight of it and the feel of it feels just way too plasticky. And I'm just trying to tap on it right here. It's a really plastic feel, and I'm not a fan of the materials used for it. Like I understand that BMW with their electric cars is trying to be more economically friendly and all that. So in that sense, it makes sense. But for a $100,000 car, I'd want a key fob that would just feel a bit more sturdy and a lot more solid. BMW's previous key fobs, the blade key was actually a perfect design in my opinion, but if this iX key electric keys were less plasticky and more metal, I'd actually prefer that a whole lot more. Reason number 4 is gonna have to come down to the interface. Idrive 8 is really cool. I'm actually gonna be doing another video simply on the Idrive 8, so subscribe if you guys want to see that as well too. But one of the things I didn't like about Idrive 8 is the fact that the voice command was pretty laggy. Now, BMWs are normally really good with voice command, especially their previous vehicles in 2022s and 2021s. Voice command has been great, but for some reason, this Idrive 8 that I've been playing around with, the voice command is just way too laggy. It's kind of choppy. It's not exactly smooth, but I'm sure that BMW will eventually got that fixed through some software updates, so it's not a big thing that I'm worried about. And lastly, the last thing that I do not like about the iX is the fact that you can't open the hood. For a lot of other electric cars, you can open the hood for additional space, but for this one, you can't open it at all. The only thing you could do, which is this little guy right here, you can actually pop the roundel to put in the washer fluid, which makes sense. I mean, the only thing you really need the hood to open for is just to put in the washer fluid. So again, that's just me trying to nitpick the last 5 things. Ultimately, I love this car. Would I ever buy it? Yes, I would if I had the money. And I think the BMW iX is still gonna sell really great. There's tons and tons of futuristic things about this vehicle that are just gonna blow away the competition. BMW is also gonna come out with some really cool technology, such as a drive-on pad, where if you just drive onto the pad, then the vehicle can charge itself. It's been a thing that BMW is working on behind the scenes, and it's really cool because you can actually just drive onto the pad, and then you never have to worry about plugging in your car every time you get into your garage. So BMW is just gonna kill it, guys. Like, I have great hopes for this iX, and ultimately it's gonna do great. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys thought about this video. If you guys want me to keep doing more videos on the iX, if you guys wanted to see particular videos on the iX, like the Drive or Idrive 8, I'm already gonna be doing those. But if you guys had any other ones that you wanted to see, please feel free to drop a like or comment down below, and I'll do my best to keep on continuing to provide some content. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We're gonna be going ham this year, no doubt about that. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for the watch.